Hi and welcome to attendance register developed using Java Eclipse. Okay, this is how the system works. We can always enter the lecturer's name there. Let's say lecturer's name is, let's say Kemi Pulse, and Mrs. Kemi Pulse. Yeah. And the students, let's say they are all absent, just enter 0 there, click on this and that populates that. Or if they're present, click. Maybe one of them is sick and the other one might be late as usual. Tony Montana is late. What about Henry Hill? Late as well. Well, you know those two characters. Alright, now let's come in here and check out the picture of Henry Hill. That's Henry Hill right there. Attendance, well, not too bad, 90%. Let's see the attendance of Tony Montana. That's Tony Montana there, 88%. Well, you can't be surprised, it's Tony Montana. Okay guys, that's how the system works. So what I will do now is take you guys straight into Eclipse and we put one of these together. Just before I leave, this is the picture of the college. I drew this in Flash. It's on YouTube as well, and that's the name of the institution, St. Malachy's. Alright, maybe in Sapley, my old school. Alright guys, so with that, let's go straight onto Eclipse development environment and we put one of these beautiful tutorials together. Let's do that now. Hi and welcome to Eclipse tutorial. This tutorial is going to be based on attendance register. So I'm going to click on OK. I'm going to click on File, New, Java Project, and I'm just going to call that Eclipse _ attendance register. Let's click on Finish. Right there, so you click on Finish and there we go. Right, if I come in here to the resource store or restore, it's called, let's look for our attendance registered or Eclipse attendance registered. There we go. So I'm now going to right click on it, go to New, come straight to Other, and here make sure you select Window Builder, and right inside Window Builder you must select Swing Builder. This is how it's meant to look. Window Builder, drop it down, select Swing Builder, drop down the Swing Builder, and let's select Application Window, this very one here. Okay, so let's click on Next. Now I'm going to give it a name. That's the name I intend to call my system. Okay, Eclipse Application Register and Eclipse Application _ registers, and click on Finish. Just for your information, this video actually is at the request of someone, and let me show you the guy's details here. Right there you can see, can you make an attendance management system using Eclipse with a window builder? With a window builder plugin, is very useful for my project, he said. Well, he will also like me to send him the code when I finish. Well, let's see what we can do for this guy. We may not send him the code, he will have to watch the video. So let's see, let's come to the design interface right there. Okay, so that is my frame. So in there, I'm going to go back to the source code and let me change that to the coordinate. I'm going to change it to 0. Okay, that is the frame right there. Changing that to 0, 0 coordinate, and I will then change the width. This is supposed to be the width. Okay, changing it to 0, 0. What will happen is if I run the system, this frame that you're looking at will actually be hanging up there. Let me show it to you. There we go. But supposing it was 100, what it was before, undo that, it will be somewhere around here. Let's run it and you see what I mean right now. Okay, you see that, but I don't want it there. I don't want it to start there. I want it to start at the far left. Okay, let's change this one to 1700, and the height I'm going to make that 800. So if I run it, this is what you will see. That'll be the whole screen covered. You see that? That's beautiful. That's what I want. Now let's go back into the frame itself. Okay, while on the frame, let's right click on it and select set layout. Let's change it to absolute layout. There, that is done. So the next thing is, let's add JFrame, paste it right on board. Okay, that's a JFrame, seems to be small. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to make the JFrame about here, or let's go straight into the code. That's the JFrame there, and come right in here. There we go, that's the JFrame. I'm going to change this. Okay, it's 10. Let's make this 10 as well, and let's change this to 1300 plus 145 and make this 650. No, don't do that. 650. Yeah, go back to the design. You'll see that's it itself. It's not visible, but let's select it and right click and change that as well to absolute layer. Then let's go straight into the structure here. Okay, that's where we have the properties. Now let's select border. Why the border is selected, drop the default down and let's change it to bevel border and make sure it's lowered. There we go, that's lowered, and we can even change the color. Let's change the default color. Let's make it dark. Yeah, and click on OK. Click on OK again. There we go, look at that, it's beveled and the color is dark. That's fine. We can even run it, then you guys have a good look at it. Let's see. There we go, guys, look at that. That's beautiful. You might not be able to see the edge. Alright, let me come back inside this code and the edge of it. You can see all of the information there. Okay, the plane is now set to beveled and the color is gray. Right, let's change this to maybe 640. Yep, that's fine. I'm gonna run it again. Just want to see how it will look like. Alright, I guess you guys can see it now. Okay, let's close that. Now, next thing we want to do is we need to add some other components on board. So I need, I'm going to need another plane just to draw. Just going to draw it down there, right? And let's change that to beveled as well. Bevel. Change the color to something dark. Click on OK. Alright, which is not dark enough. Let's fill it up. Yeah, that is good. Alright, so the width is a bit too wide for me. Let's come inside the code and change that width. Maybe make that about 6. Yeah, 6 is fine. Now come right there. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want. Okay, what about the height? Let's change the height. Let's 6 and change this one to about 620. 620 for now, or maybe 630. Right, back in there. Okay guys, yeah, that's how I want it. Move this up and bring it down. Yeah, that is perfect. Exactly right. Let's see now. Okay, that's good. So what I want is, I will now copy that. Okay, we want the attendance details here. Okay, that's beautiful. Alright, the next thing we want to do is maybe we just copy one, just drag it that much from here, keep going, and just take it right here. That is fine. Now back in the code, so I can just change everything. I can even copy these and change that to these. Now the width, that should be 6. I want it to be 6. Yeah, 6. Is that right? Yeah, that should be fine. Then I'm gonna copy this because I want it to be beveled. Yeah, that's right. It's right there. Okay, copy all of this information here and just paste it right in here. Copy this. Copy, paste it right inside here and change this to 6. 6. 6. Yeah, that should do it. Right, come right in here. And that's it, done, taken care of. Good. That is good. The next thing we want to do, maybe I should run it first and see how it all looks like. Okay, it's taking shape. Now I'm going to need a picture of the institution somewhere here. Okay. Alright, let's collapse that. Well, let's come back in here before adding any other thing. I may have to speed this up because the design might take some time to finish. Let's look for, we need a label. Okay, I'm going to need a button. Let's put one button here first. Right in here. We need a button there. And I'll need a label. Yeah, that's a label there. Select that and just paste that be there. Change the properties of that very label. Make it maybe 18 bold. back on the structure, the properties. So let's change that to student number. Right, student number. Okay, maybe we need to copy this, paste that here, and change the content in there. Right, that's just student. Paste, and that will be student name. Next one is going to be course code right here. Right. Okay, and here that's where we have our attendance details here. So let's change this. It's going to be a lot of changes here to be done. In the first place, I'm going to change this one to region. Let's make that 18 as well as 5, but I need I'm going to have to copy that. I need this an arrow or downwards looking arrow in there, so let's copy that in Word document. Right in here, just copy that, copy and paste that right inside the text. There we go. Yeah, that's the arrow there, so that is fine. That takes care of that. And right in there we also need a combo box. Yeah, combo box here. Alright, that is fine. And here, copy and paste that in here. So that will be the name of the college. So we can change that to Saint Malachi's College. Right. Let's drag it that much. Okay. Now we look for a picture to add in there, but let's add a label. We can always use this to enter our picture in here. Right. Somewhere there. So let's look for a picture, and now I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I've got the pictures I'm going to be using. Let me show it to you guys. Here are the pictures. These are supposed to be the pictures of the students, and that's supposed to be the picture of the college. So it's one of the images that I drew in Flash some years ago. Okay, now let's open up the property here. Okay, you see right here, I'm going to have to add a picture right in there inside my project folder here, this very folder. Look at it. So open up the pictures. I'm going to select the ones I need. I need this. Right. So now drag it straight on the folder. Look at it right there. Let me show you one thing just to let you know there's nothing in there. We collapse it, there's nothing. Now back to the picture. Now drag the picture we required right there, drop it on board. Now you see this dialog box is now asking you to select how files should be imported into the project. You can either copy the file or link the file, but I'm going to copy the file right onto the project, so click on OK. There, that's what I want. I want it on the project, or in the project, sorry. There we go. Those are the files. Now if you guys can still recall my label, that's my label right there. Let me run it before I do any other things, so that you see how the whole system looks like. That's how the systems look right now. So we close that. Right here, the label. Okay, look at the label, make sure it's selected, and I can now collapse this. Take note of the name of the image I intend to use. Collapse that as well. Back on the structure here, and now near the picture, you go to where the icon is. Look at it, icon. Click on the icon and select the picture you want. So the classic path resource. Okay, so I'm going to select this. Click on this one. There we go. That's the one I want. Now drop this down, then click on the project name. Drop that down. Let's select the image that I want, this very one. There we go. Click on OK, and there we go, guys. The image of the college is right on the system. Now the text, let's get rid of the text. There we go. Done. If I run the program now, this is what you guys will see right there. That's my image right there on the system. Okay, that's beautiful. Looks very good. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is, I'm going to collapse all of these. The design kind of like take a lot of time. I'm going to copy this and paste it right in there. Okay, just let's paste it right in there, but I'm going to have to reduce it there. Bring it down how I want and do that. That's too small right there. Okay, you see that, guys? So I'm going to copy it and make sure everything is the same size. Then I would now speed up the whole process. The width is 6, so let's go in there. It's not 0, it is 6. There we go, right there. So copy that, copy and paste for the others. Make sure you have approximately the same size. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Well, let's copy this first and paste it right in here. Change this one to number 1. Okay, just change it in there anyway. Number 1. Paste another one here. You can change it in the source, number 2, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to now do that and get back to you guys. Okay, guys, this is how it looks now. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'll copy this across and enter course code, student name. Then we can start some coding. So here, the course code, we can just make that up. So that's here would be for the course code, and let's say the course code is, let's go for 1355. That's the course code, 1355. That's our course code there, and we just need to copy this one across anyway. Paste it right in there, and so on. There, the course code is ready. So the next thing is, you see this very one, let's change that. Let's come in here and just change that to about 18 as well, right there. And you see where it says model, Let's change the model as follows. Click on that and just enter. That will stand for present, and 0 stands for absent, S for sick, A for authorized absent. I think that might be all. Present, absent, sick, authorized absent. Yeah, right. I think I have that in there. So the default value looks like is present. Okay, so let's copy that. We're gonna copy all of this and paste it in here for each student. So we assume each student is gonna be present. Let's say copy this. Right. So let's speed that up. Alright guys, I've finished with the design of the interface, so let me run the program. You have a look. This is how it all looks like. Okay, all that is left here is just to enter the student's number. So we're going to write some lines of code to generate that. The student names are already on board, the course code, and this is where you mark your register if a student is present or authorized absent. There we go. And this, we use this just to populate the system to make life easy for the lecturer. That's the course code, and that is supposed to record the percentage of attendance for that very day, and in here that will be the lecturer's name. Okay, so let's say the lecturer is Ola Jones. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have to call this the end of the very first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys very soon.